Okay. Today's show we're not going to focus so much on their Marxism. I want you to know that the BLM organization's founders, they're trained in more than Marxism. I'll explain it to you the way that they explain it themselves. Let me get this quote. Patrisse Cullors, the one you just heard there saying that she's a trained Marxist and that she and other BLM co-founders are trained Marxists. She says, quote, there are many spiritualities. Sorry, she said, quote, I'm calling for spirituality to be deeply radical. We're not just having a social justice movement. This is a spiritual movement. End quote. Spiritual movement. What does she mean by that? I'm so glad you asked. I'll start in all of the audio I'm about to share with you now. Well, I see the disrespectful clock, so this is going to carry over to the next segment. Is a Zoom-like conversation between two women. One of them is named Dr. Melina Abdullah, that she is a professor of African Studies at California State University, Los Angeles. She's having a Zoom-type conversation with Patrisse Cullors. Let me welcome you into their little conversation where she admits, maybe I'm saying too much. Listen to Dr. Melina Abdullah, who's also, in addition to being a professor at California State University, Los Angeles, she's also the founder of the BLM Los Angeles chapter of the organization. Please play clip number 1.
Maybe I'm sharing too much, but we become very intimate with the spirits that we call on regularly, right? Like each of them seems to have a different presence and personality. You know, I laugh a lot with Waukesha, and I didn't meet her in her body, right? I met her through this work.
Oh, Lord. She said she laughs a lot with Waukesha, who she didn't meet in her body. So where'd you meet? You laughing with Waukesha, where did y'all meet? You're going to find that Dr. Abdullah and Patrisse Cullors talks about summoning the spirits of the dead, using the power of the spirits of the dead in order to give them the ability to do what they're calling the so-called justice work. You're going to find that what they're describing is their adherence to the Yoruba religion of Ifa or Ifa, to where they are summoning dead spirits. If you think I'm laughing, because you might have heard many people saying, oh, you're making all of this noise about Black Lives Matter. It's just a hashtag. Oh, really? Listen to clip number 4. This is Patrisse Cullors.
It's a very important practice. Hashtags for us are way more than a hashtag. It is literally almost resurrecting a spirit so they can work through us to get the work that we need to get done. I started to feel personally connected and responsible and accountable to them, both from a deeply political place, but also from a deeply spiritual place. And always, in my tradition, you offer things that your loved one who passed away would want, whether it's like honey or tobacco, or things like that. And it's so important, not just for us to be in direct relationship to our people who've passed, but also for them to know we've remembered them. I believe so many of them work through us.
Now, in case you're wondering who that is speaking, that is Patrisse Cullors, co-founder of the Black Lives Matter organization, the same one you just heard saying we are trained Marxists. She is describing that, you thought it was just a hashtag. It's more than hashtags. We are summoning our people from the dead. She said in our tradition. What tradition is that? Where you offer things to people, and as a result of summoning them so frequently, we begin to develop a relationship where I become close with them. See, you thought it was just a hashtag. How many of the people that are turning out for these rallies, these marches, how many of them do you think know that it's more than a hashtag? Oh, don't go anywhere. There's more. There is more. There is more. She is describing their adherence to the Yoruba religion called Odu Ifa, Oduifa, that one of the touchstones of this religious practice is ancestral worship. Guess what the Bible calls that, folks? Witchcraft. You don't want to miss the rest of this program.